Good evening. 2-1-3. That is how much South Africa have managed. This is the same team that got dismissed for 74 in the last T20I. Lost the game by 101 runs. Clearly have upped their batting. Of course, the 2-1-3 mostly because of 90 by Quinton de Kock and also cameos there by Donovan Ferreira as well as Adam Markram. We're going to dive into the discussion. First bit, Arshdeep Singh, Gautam Gambhir.
Lost his pressures. Head. Both of them, they lost their head big time. Arshdeep in particular. 9 wides.
Out of the 16 that has been bowled. And 1 over, 13 balls. He bowled 2 overs in 1.
2.1.
2.1. So he bowled 2.1 overs in 1 over.
What is happening?
Either
last match perform. What is happening?
But last match he did perform, and now
home match.
Did they go to
perform? What happening?
Did they go to a roller coaster or the amusement park or something in that one day? Because it's been like up, down, up, down. Either the dew has ensured that your pacers just can't grip the ball. That's one thing. That's why you're seeing 22 extras. Add that and you would have had less than 200. 22 extras. And the ball is skidding across the outfield, meaning the pacers, all your pacers have struggled today. 4 overs, none for 54. 4 overs, none for 45 by Arshdeep and Bumrah. 2 guys who won you the T20 World Cup final in that same, against the same opponent.
Dew may be a factor. It is in fact a factor. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But I'm just going back to those wide deliveries by Arshdeep Singh. I won't put dew as the primary reason why that happened. I think for most of the time, firstly got spooked by that 6 that Quinton hit him in the first ball. After that, trying to avoid getting hit for a 6, he kept bowling that outside the off-stump line and getting it woefully wrong. My point is, why do you have to resort to that so early on in that inning? If it was a death over, I could understand. That early on in an innings to be going for a wide outside the off-stump Yorker. If you wanted to go for a Yorker, you should have gone for a full-blooded Yorker towards the stump. Let him try. And see, that's the thing with Quinton. He may hit you. In fact, that 6 also he hits. It's a very risky shot. He misses it or mistimes it. It's a clear leg before because the ball's going straight to the stump. But he plays risky cricket. I would, as a bowler, want him to try and bowl similar deliveries, get hit, but you also get a wicket and you nip that innings in the bud. I don't know. I think he was spooked. Very unusual from someone like Arshdeep, who's used to playing T20I cricket, plays a lot of it, knows that getting hit for a few boundaries should not unnerve him most of the times, and he's done it in the past. That's why it's a bit surprising. He gets hit for a boundaries, but knows how to get back by doing the basics right and waiting for the batter to make the mistake. This time, I don't know, he was trying to do that extra.
It was a ripple effect of mistakes. First, he got hit for that 6. So at that point, he's thinking, okay, I'm not going to bowl it in his arc. Let's try the wide Yorker. Couple of wide Yorkers don't come out. Now at that point, then the spook is worse. Because now you're thinking, oh, I don't need to bowl a wide. Then the focus goes from, let's try bowling a good ball to, let's not bowl a wide. And because that keeps playing in your head, he bowled 6 wides, he bowled in 7 balls. It was 2 wides first, then it was bookended by a dot ball. But then he bowled 4 wides after that, and I'm thinking, okay, there's some sort of it's mind, your own mind playing tricks on you, and he unfortunately got caught up in that. And after that, I don't think he really recovered, because the last over that he bowled also, there were a couple of wides there, and when it wasn't wide because he was trying to correct, he's just landing at full and on the stumps, which is exactly where the batter is looking to go whack.
I think today he completely missed his wide Yorker execution. Completely missed it. This was a rare thing. Normally, for so many years, you have seen Arshdeep nail the wide Yorker. Today was the first time. I don't know when it has happened in the past, but it's the first time I'm seeing him miss nailing that wide Yorker.
Talking about rarities, Jasprit Bumrah going 11 and over. I mean, I know it's a reflection of I think it's a reflection of 2 things. One, it is really indeed a flat deck, so expect a big scoring game. Secondly, dew, as we had said in our preview show, already began to set in this ground, so you were going to struggle anyway, and that also makes batting much easier, ball really coming onto the bat. So expect some runs from the Indian team as well. And I know at the moment, if you look at that score at 2-1-3, you may assume that it's
slightly over par.
You think so? I think it'll be a close game. I think India will.
See,
go for
you've
it.
seen one left-hander just go berserk today. What doesn't give you the confidence that another left-hander at the same top of the order for the Indian team in Abhishek Sharma, even he's also due for big runs.
Yeah.
He can do well on his home ground also. So why not? So I think you can chase it down if Abhishek gets going in a big way. I think if he gets going with the dew already set in, and with South Africa going to struggle even more with the dew, I think this is the best opportunity for Abhishek to just go gung-ho, maybe have that particular period in which he goes at 10, 12 runs and over consistently. So I think Surya, yeah, this is a game for Surya also. These are the kind of wickets which help Surya Kumar Yadav. He's also not been in form. So Surya, Abhishek, Gill, these three have to set the benchmark.
See, you've got enough batting to chase this down.
Yeah.
You do. The thing is, where it comes in is that it's an over 200, and it's not just like it's just there. It's 213. At one point, he was staring at realistically could have been 220. That could have ruled India out of the game. You're still there, but yeah, it won't be an easy chase. If it goes India's way, it's going down to the wire. Because I do think South Africa, they do have the bowling. I know they haven't shown it yet, but I do think they'd have enough bowling to be able to defend it.
I'm pretty much where I was the last game. I think South Africa crumbled, but I thought India had gotten enough with that bowling to have defended that total, and they did quite handsomely. I still, even though this looks like an above par total, but let's not forget this Indian team was notching up 200 plus for fun in the T20Is at home. So I see no reason why this Indian team can't do that. So for me, it's still a close game. Anybody's game 50-50. We'll have to see how South Africa play, and that's the other weakness that South Africa have in terms of their bowling attack. I think other than Marco Jansen, I don't really see.
And Ngidi will leak runs, but he'll take wickets.
But that's what I may even give India that slight edge. If I had to bet my money at this point, you ask me which team, I'd still go India.
Same, I'm also going with India. They have chased it they have the batting depth. Yeah. You have, Tilak is struggling. After the Asia Cup, he's not done anything significant. Gill is struggling, but these are the right conditions.
But if they don't get runs here in the perfect conditions, then, you'll have to really have a closer look at some of the players. But today it's like tailor-made situation. I just hope for the sake of Indian cricket, because as I've said before also, bilateral series, I'm not too kicked. I see all of them as preparation for T20 World Cup. I also don't want a scenario where your top order just set the game and the rest just have to cruise. I would love a game where everyone has to chip in. Top order gets you a good total, the middle order comes good, and then even the finishers are under pressure, but then they finish the game.
Yeah.
And so then every bit of your batting is then tested. That is something, that I'd like to see.
And this is the kind of game where you can see that, because it's a big total. Usually in T20s, you'd say 40-50 scores if you're batting very aggressively. Yeah, one batter has that day, he can go on to get an 80, 90 or 100, like what Quinton got. There was a 90 and he was aggressive throughout. But otherwise, if you have everyone even chip in with 40-50, 40-50, and then have the lower order come in.
The only difference is between why I'm still picking India, and then I'm having second thoughts, but I'll tell you why. Because while conditions favored South Africa, conditions would favor India, and then you think India will make a match out of it. But one factor that has worked in South Africa's favor, I don't know how much it's going to work in India's favor. It is not going to work in India's favor, in fact, at all. And that is the upcoming IPL auction.
Oh,
that is something that would have spurred. We said it here in our preview show that watch out for a Quinton de Kock. Just watch out for
David
Miller, and that's exactly what the two have done. In India's case, none of them really need an IPL team right now. They all settle. All of them have their IPL team. So that extra bonus, which I said, I warned everyone, with overseas teams tend to do well against India whenever it's around auction time. That's exactly what's happened. India doesn't have that extra motivation.
We are getting another reel a few moments later. Yeah. It is coming. If they don't win, if India don't win.
Yeah.
So because de Kock needs a team, Kolkata let go of him. Miller needs a team, and Donovan Ferreira is practicing for being RR's finisher.
Yeah,
So,
so that
he's
he
done
gets a
well.
game.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
gets a
because
game.
in prior stints, I remember he was only there to warm the bench. I don't think he ever got a game for them.
He got, I think, 1 or 2, but I think he never had a
the stage on
significant
fire.
impact.
Now,
Yeah.
should we be worried? Lungi Ngidi 4 for 22,
for
match
40.
winning figures.
Yeah.
Because he's looking for an IPL team too.
Yeah, I mean, Ngidi is looking. Bartman might. Be
Linde.
Lind, yeah, all of them. Linde, George Linde, and also. I think yes, you have to be a bit worried. Abhishek also, remember now, teams are not bowling him full. They're bowling him kind of back of a length,
Yeah.
cramping him. So they're finding ways out.
It'll be a good contest.
Yeah.
Marco Jansen versus Abhishek. Let's see if Marco Jansen does that and then how Abhishek handles that. Quick questions before we wind up. Rakesh Bhushan.
Says that once the batsman in T20s decides to take you to the cleaners, then it's irrelevant who the bowler is. In such a scenario, Sky doesn't look proactive. He simply laughs. He's a one-dimensional captain, doesn't look ahead in the game and gets clueless. I don't agree with that assessment. He made a lot of bowling changes, many of which worked.
See, if suppose his batters bail him out today, then that will again be swept under the carpet. Because he might have given the statement in the dressing room, go, gung, go. And that's all you need, basically. Rakesh Bhushan, it won't be easy for Abhishek. Bowlers have stopped bowling full to him. It's good length or short. He looks cramped. He hits when it's in his area. SA won't be feeding him. Let's see how he comes back.
Yeah.
I think he can come back. I think, see, somewhere down the line, Abhishek will try and innovate in a way that he'll throw the South African bowlers off their mark. So,
Agreed.
But again, Ngidi 4 for 40 can happen.
Very easily.
Yeah, see, the message is there. Go, Gango. You don't, because there is nothing. You have to hang in, the pitch is going to deteriorate and all that. 214, go for it.
Freaking awesome as a stat. 211 is India's highest chase at home in T20 as it happened against Sri Lanka at Mohali, not the
yes.
same ground. It happened on 12th December and today is 11th December. My God.
That's coincidence.
This is like Sid GPT type stats. Okay.
I like what
His guru played a vital role. Abhishek's guru in that vital game. He was absolutely murdering the Sri Lankan bowlers.
Yograj
that day.
Singh.
Yuvipa.
I mean, I call him Yuvraj,
Yo.
but you know.
Yeah.
Vineet Ambat, the comment I think of this chat says, missing GGK's India will chase it down in 16 overs comment.
By the way, even off camera, you also made that prediction. If Abhishek goes crazy,
Yeah, I did say prior to the thing, I said
Yeah.
if Abhishek goes crazy,
16
India chases
overs.
down in 16 overs.
Whoa.
That's
spirit
if
of-
Abhishek goes crazy.
Yeah.
You're sticking by that comment.
Yeah, I'll stick by that, totally.
yeah.
Okay, we'll take a break because we don't want to miss any deliveries of this
Correct.
chase. But as always, post-match, our long show, we go on for an hour, more than an hour. That's when we try and answer all your questions. Take a much more deep dive into this game. See you then.
See
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.